I'm Fox San Antonio's Jessica Headley.
And I'm Ryan Wolf.
Our greatest responsibility is to serve our
Treasure Valley community, Eastern Iowa communities,
Mid-Michigan community.
We are extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But
we are concerned about trouble one-sided news stories in our country.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media.
False news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish things they simply aren't true without checking facts first.
Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think, and this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 Extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
It's extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is 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 extremely dangerous to our democracy.
Get it. So that shit stick to your amino acids, to your arteries, to your soul, your spirit, your aura field, your etheric bodies, all of that, so you can apply it. All type of shit on TV right now. But if I only got it on ESPN, I'm only gonna see ESPN. So when we talking about esoteric information, it ain't went nowhere. It ain't went nowhere. It still exists on different frequencies. We not on 3D no more. Well, a lot of us still is on 3D because they haven't rose in frequency. So you may see a motherfucker, they don't even see you right now. A lot of y'all ain't getting calls like you used to. The ones that's waking up, your family and friends ain't fucking with you the same. You're losing people, right? It ain't that you lost them, you just went to a different frequency. If you lower yourself and go back to your old frequency, your old self, they still there. That's how advanced we are in what's going on right now. Motherfucker can't even fathom that. Like, hold on, what'd he say? What you mean? I see motherfuckers all the time. That don't mean they see you. That's how advanced we are. Everybody talk about this split between old earth and new earth. That is taking place, but they're not breaking down. They're not getting in there. They're not really going in there. And what does that mean, though? What does that mean? What you mean split? What you mean split? What you mean Kai is splitting? It's not a physical split. It's a spiritual thing. It's a spiritual thing.
John D. Rockefeller seized U.S. media. He also hijacked U.S. medicine. When it was discovered that drugs could be produced from petroleum, America's top oil mogul ordered his army of propagandists to invert reality accordingly. Medicines used for thousands of years were suddenly classified as alternative, while the new, petroleum-based, highly addictive, and patentable drugs were declared the gold standard. After buying a German pharmaceutical company that manufactured chemicals of war for Adolf Hitler, Rockefeller leveraged his political influence by pressing Congress to declare natural healing modalities unscientific quackery. Rockefeller then took control of the American Medical Association and began offering massive grants to top medical schools under the mandate that only his approved curriculum be taught.
Wokeness is a virus. It's infectious. It destroys your brain.
The wokeness is very potent.
This woke mindset virus.
The wokeness, this is all we should be talking about.
The woke monster is here, and it's coming for everything.
The American Medical Association has gone woke.
Professional sports have gone fully woke.
American Boy Scouts are the next to go woke.
Walmart is going woke.
M&M's going woke.
Minnie Mouse going woke.
Now the Army is going woke.
Plus, guess who's going woke? The Muppets.
And finally, your autocorrect, now going woke.
Wokeism.
Wokeification.
Wokify.
The hyper woke.
Uber woke.
The ultra woke.
The woke karate.
The wokers.
The woke folk.
The woketopians.
Those wokesters.
Wokeaholics.
Wokeristas.
Woke.
Super wokeness.
They're all extreme. They've all been infected by the woke virus.
Woke critics on Rotten Tomatoes.
Woke lady superheroes.
Woke celebrities.
Woke universities.
Woke indoctrination.
Woke corporations.
Woke economics.
Woke nonprofits.
Woke education. Woke generation.
Woke journalists.
Woke scientists.
Woke Democrats. Woke Republicans. Woke millionaires. Woke billionaires.
Woke capitalism.
They are suffering from an incurable brain disease called wokeness.
The woke thing is a parasite.
Woke cancer.
Rapid onset woke dementia.
This is what happens when you are so woke that your brain just falls out of your head.
If masks protected you from a woke mind virus, would you wear a mask?
If it wasn't for the woke, we would have no content. Woke people, stick around.
Do you know Joe Biden is the last so-called president
of the corporation and the bankers, yes, Washington, D.C. is closed down. And if you go on the website, you will find out that you don't got to pay rent. You will find out that you don't have to pay taxes. You will find out that you are out of slavery. You will find out that the courthouse is supposed to close down and the police lost all jurisdiction and they chartered. And yeah, as you can see right here, they closed down in real life. Like, I don't think y'all get it. Y'all so enslaved the mentality to where y'all still, I'm going to pay rent. I'm going to pay my car notes. All the banks is closed. Who is you paying? And as you can see right here, what they did is they operating outside of the Constitution with President Biden, Justin Trudeau, and the Mexican government, and they call it the Declaration of North America. Now, if you understand what I'm saying, here's the Declaration of North America. They're saying they're going to re-enslave us in the jurisdiction of Mexico and where Justin Trudeau at. So my thing is, you know you're free, right? You know your name could be in lower caps now, right? Oh, you know you got to pay taxes no more, right? You do know that. And you do know that they marching and, you know, they doing all types of crazy stuff because that's why the bank messed up your money. Do you realize that? That's why the banks was messing up your money? Yes, you actually free, but you so enslaved.
They say Larry Hoover ain't never getting out. They say he's a gang chief. He's responsible for all the gangster disciples doing all the killings, nigga, from 1970 on back, even though he was locked up and he ain't squeezed them triggers. But I'm just saying what the government say, nigga. Right now, he in the feds in Colorado, nigga. He's what you call a political prisoner. Why is Larry Hoover a political prisoner? Because his blueprint, which was growth and development, you get what I'm saying? And they know if they let him out, he got a lot of influence, so he gonna stop all the GD gang war goofy shit. And now you got all these young motherfuckers who still got these same guns and the same heart, but instead of trying to kill each other, nigga, now they fighting the real oppressors, nigga. What you talking about? That's why Larry Hoover is just deemed the gangbanger. Same thing with Jeff Ford, nigga. Niggas ain't no gangbangers, nigga. Them niggas was revolutionaries, nigga. Political activists, fam. Talking about, nigga. I struggle for educational, political, and social development. Point blank period, fam. I struggle for educational, political, social development. Educational, economical, political, and social development, nigga. Fuck out of here. Larry Hoover was never no gangbanger, family. But then you got a bunch of young motherfuckers that don't know what this really means. So they come behind years later, I'm GD, BDK, GDK, da-da-da-da. They shoot each other and shit because they don't know what the fuck this was really about, nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. Same thing with them Stones, nigga. Jeff Ford wasn't no motherfucking gang chief, gang banger, nigga, political prisoner, nigga. Nigga was trying to get a fucking missile to go to war with the country here, nigga. He was talking to Gaddafi and them, nigga. He got locked up because he was talking to Gaddafi and them, nigga. Trying to attack here, nigga. And Jeff Ford ain't know that Gaddafi was working with the feds the whole time. Gaddafi set Jeff Ford up because Gaddafi was a motherfucking Arab, and them Arabs is what? Human beings, nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. You better know the history around this bitch.
You're obviously not aware of this, but blessed is not a word that the global majority thinks of in association with Europeans. Words like plague and colonizer, maybe, but not blessed. And the cell phone in my hand came from China. So I don't know if you're referencing Steve Jobs or Martin Cooper or the Finnish inventor who created the first pocket-sized telecommunication device in 1917, and you probably don't know either because your education system has left you terribly ignorant and without the critical thinking skills necessary to effectively gather information. Because you believe that most great inventions can be attributed to one white person, as opposed to recognizing that the patent system is how white people colonize intellectual property. We would not have cell phones if it wasn't for the creation of the gamma electrical cell by black inventor Henry T. Sampson. And most of our cell phones would not have microphones in them if it wasn't for the particular microphone that was created by black inventor James Edward West. The creation of the first digital network, 1G, was launched in Japan, and then black electrical engineer Jesse Russell pioneered the creation of 2G, which launched in Finland first. 3G launched in Japan, 4G launched in Norway, 5G launched in South Korea, and 30% of the world's cell phones are manufactured in China. Because we, of the global majority, recognize that collective humanity has the ingenuity and creativity of one another to thank, whereas a lot of European Americans are laboring under the delusion that the rest of us have white people to thank. And it's this narcissistic ignorance that causes people like you to do embarrassing things, like leaving comments about Europeans and cell phones on a video about systemic anti-black racism in the United States. And while that could be written off as a comedic and senile non sequitur, we recognize it as a desperate attempt to center yourself in a conversation that has nothing to do with you. The irony being that white people like to say not all white people and that you shouldn't be held accountable for the misdeeds